Skier is a Rust content creator who has focused his entire brand around using horses. Specifically, an underutilized mechanic in the game, horse armour, which gives the rider an extra 50% damage protection. This, along with spending literally thousands of hours refining his horse combat skills, has seen him grow an audience that know him specifically for riding horses. I sat down, or rather, rode a horse with him for a couple of hours to talk about how his horse strategy actually works, how he's mastered the art of riding horses, and his plans for content in the future. Welcome to the Yexom Yarn.
I have not played a wipe without a horse in 2 years. The skill ceiling for using horses was even higher than it was before. You can use Rust in a negative way to escape from your actual life. And it can also be, positive, especially with content. You start doing YouTube, you're actually working hard towards something that has very obvious results, good or bad.
Hello, Skier.
Hey man, can you hear me?
How you going, dude? Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, perfect, man. I'm doing great. It's roughly 1 a.m., but I just took a cold shower, so I'm feeling...
A cold shower?
Yeah.
Insane, bro. Who takes a cold shower?
I take multiple cold showers a day. This is my thing, man.
What? I thought horses were your thing. Now you're extra weird.
Horses are secondary. Cold showers are first. I shower 6 times a day, all cold.
What?
Yeah, because it's instead of something else, like a substance to stimulate you, I just take cold showers, man. It wakes you up.
Yeah, I can't say that I'd ever take a cold shower to wake myself up, but each to their own, I guess.
I love cold showers. I mean, it's 1 a.m., it's late, but on the other hand, Force Wipe is at 8 p.m. for me tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So I figured that might as well go to bed late, wake up late, be ready for Force.
Get the schedule the wrong way around so that you can grind it out.
I mean, it's got to be, it's strange, for Rust, for you to play well, it's almost better to be in an unhealthy schedule.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't do it as much these days. I try to keep my schedule better, but it's so tough. Especially here, Force Wipe's at 5 a.m. usually for my time.
Yeah, jeez. What do you do with that? Do you stay up or do you wake up?
Nah, I usually try and go to... It's annoying because if you want to try and change your schedule ahead of time, you're saying go to bed later, you kind of got to go to bed early, which is hard to do sometimes. So
yeah,
I don't know. Usually I just have 4 hours sleep before Force Wipe and then
I'll bet.
Play on 4 hours sleep. How long's your usual session on Force Wipe?
So what? It's usually 8 p.m. for me. So I'd usually go to bed around 2. So what? That's how many hours is that? 7 hours. So how does this work, man? Dude, I've been watching your episodes, dude. I've been watching your pod. I call it podcast. I'm not sure if that's what you want to call it.
I've been trying to avoid calling it a podcast myself, but it kind of is. I mean, I just don't want to be, everyone has a podcast these days, and I kind of don't want to be known as the guy that has a podcast. That's kind of the thought behind that, but in reality, it is just a podcast.
I understand that, but on the other hand, man, it's a Rust podcast. It's kind of sick, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been loving it. Also just casually listening to it while you're either falling asleep or this morning I was listening to your episode with Fancy Orb while I was trying to get out of bed. And it's just kind of nice to listen to something that's kind of similar to what, us content creators do.
Yeah.
But also not be a high tempo stressed sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're tapping into something.
There's definitely been a hole in the market for it a little bit. People have done podcasts and stuff before. I'm not the first to do it. That's for sure. But
yeah,
no one's really done it full on consistently. So I'm trying to stay as consistent and
no, for sure.
See how long I can ride it out for as possible. See if it can get some momentum, sort of thing.
I think you got an idea. I think, I just watched T-Guy Tom's channel. I think he has something similar to what you're doing.
Yeah, we both started at the exact same time. It's funny because I messaged Tom the few days before I put out that Fancy Orb video, I'm pretty sure. And I messaged Tom and I was like, oh, I'm doing this new channel. I'd love to have you on. And he was like, dude, no way. I'm also doing the exact same thing. And he uploaded at the same time. It was so funny.
It wasn't that he got inspired by you or something? Because the coincidence is crazy.
No, we both literally had the same idea. And I messaged him before either of us had the channel and he was like, I'm doing the same thing. And we both had the idea cooking in the background for a long time. And we both finally did it at the same time, which is funny.
That's wild.
I'm at the ranch, by the way, your favorite location. Are you around here somewhere?
Yeah, if you look east, you see that supply drop?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just here. Yeah, I got a horse.
Of course you do. We actually haven't met before, which is funny. People wouldn't obviously know, but we've We've literally never talked or anything before, have we?
Nah, dude, I've like honestly no. I think I've watched like way more videos on your Yexom's Yarn channel than your main channel. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my main channel's kind of like falling off a little bit at the moment, but you know, that's the way it is.
Hey, I don't know, man. It's like YouTube goes up and down.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like I took a break from YouTube for like 4 months. And then, you know, I came back, I got a video that got like 11K views, which is like all right for my channel size. And then 1 week later, I upload a video and it gets like 50K views.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, we're back. It's just weird. Like YouTube, it's like up and down, you know?
It is very up and down. And it's like very demotivating at times when it's down, especially when it's down bad.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a spaz and an MP5 from Supply Drop.
Coming towards you now. But that's the thing with like this channel is it's nice that even though my main channel's been like a little bit down, like this channel's still like pushing out content consistently and it's getting not a massive amount of traction, but still some. So it's nice to have.
I figured, you know, is that you?
Yes,
Black
it
Naked?
is.
Oh, I got a double-saddled horse, by the way.
How'd you already manage that?
Take this, man.
You don't want the spaz? Is the spaz not good to use on the horse?
No, it's nice, but I mean MP5 is my favorite. I mean if you're, you know, usually like when we're running like when I play with duo, like the second player like you are right now, they just jump off the horse, you know, right next to the player, and like having a shotgun in that case could be nice because you just jump off in their face.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you do have an interesting method of playing Rust, which is a bit unique.
Dude, I'll tell you, like, so I got what, it's like 9,000 hours now, and I think 3,000 of those hours, the past 2 years I've been playing Rust, I have been using horses. Like, I have not played a wipe without a horse in 2 years.
Yeah, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking crazy, dude.
And I play Rust like every day.
It's such an interesting niche. You don't really see that many people doing it as well. Like, I don't know anyone else that does it consistently like that.
It's crazy underused. And people, you know, they think that underused means unbalanced, which it absolutely isn't. Like, one of the mistakes that I made when I was starting YouTube, and I made the mistake of putting like abusing the most broken meta, like stuff like that in my title, which kind of implies that the strategy I'm doing is like some sort of, you know, unbalanced thing that Face Punch needs to fix or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that's really not at all what I think this is. Because I have so, like, when I play a wipe, there are wipes where I just keep dying and dying and dying and dying. And keep in mind, I'm like one of those people that have played with a horse like the most out of, I don't know, like I don't know anybody who has more hours on a horse, honestly. And so theoretically, you know, I shouldn't be dying if it's unbalanced.
Yeah.
But I die a lot, like when I'm doing this meta, especially as a solo on like big group servers. It's not broken. That's all I can say, man.
It's maybe not as much a meta, but more a strategy, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas, like, it's just a different way to play. Like, there's so many different ways to play this game, and it's just another one of those that maybe is a bit underutilized and people don't do as much, but maybe that's because they don't realize that it's actually has potential or is actually a thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, people get it wrong. They're like, oh, it's so cringe, you're just using horses or whatever. But, like, for example, there are so many content creators out there that you can watch and you're going to get the same thing. It's just oil rig, you know, cargo, whatever. Same sort of PvP, especially like solo content. It's very rare that you find a solo content, like solo YouTuber making videos that aren't like water monuments, you know, like especially if it's PvP related content. Like it's so rare to find that.
Of course, yeah.
I think that like people, they just like seeing something fresh, you know?
Yeah. Was that like a conscious strategy of yours when you started making videos? Like you thought about that deeply and then started making videos on horses specifically because you wanted to like fill that gap, or did it just come about naturally? Like
I had no experience with video making, like editing, whatever, when I started making videos, and I really had no idea what I was doing on YouTube. But the way it happened was that I was playing actually Willjum's solo only server, believe it or not. Willjum's solo only server. This is like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And back then I was playing on a laptop, so it was pretty bad. But I ran into, like I was playing and there was just this guy running around on a horse, armored horse. I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, he just always runs around on a horse. And so I was like, I gotta see what this is about. So I started playing it, and I realized that, oh shit, horse armor gives you 50% more protection. That's kind of crazy. And so I started playing it, and I really started liking how fast-paced everything is. Like, especially when you're by yourself as a solo, you're usually like restricted by the amount of things you can do at once because you're just by yourself. But on a horse, I mean, you can travel across the entire map in minutes. You can do so many more things just because of the mobility of the horse, like the speed of the horse, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess so. You just fell into it then, and then from there you just naturally evolved into wanting to make videos on it.
Yeah, so I mean, I was just playing and I was really doing well, and I was like, I can't believe that nobody's like tapped into this. Like, I was like, how are there no videos on this? How is no YouTubers started making videos about using horses? Like, it's crazy. Like, I searched up horse meta on YouTube, and the only thing I found was like 6 years ago, OG Horse Gang made like videos, and I was like, even those videos weren't that successful. They had like 50k views or like 30k views, and they were like 6 years old, and it was like full heavy, like very different to what it is now.
Yeah, I remember when Horse Gang happened. Like, I remember when it first happened, it was nerfed very quickly. But yeah, you could use full heavy pot and stuff on it, which was more the idea of them.
It's very different to what I do now. So a lot of people, they message me or they tell me in my chat or whatever. They're like, "Oh, OG Horse Gang, like you must love OG Horse Gang." I was like, "Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of the OG Horse Gang guys in after the fact that I've started using horses, but it's very different what I'm doing to what they're doing. Like they were what 10 to 20 deep.
Yeah.
Using full heavy on a horse. Like I'm by myself.
That's literally like unstoppable, and that was the point of their thing, is that it was completely broken and unstoppable, whereas what you said before, yours is solo.
Yeah, exactly. Like I understand how fun it must have been, you know, being full heavy, like 20 people, like you're literally like the Mongolian fucking army, you know. But I understand why it got nerfed. Like I don't blame FaceBunch for doing that at all. And honestly, there was a I don't know if you know, but a couple of months ago, I think it was like half a year ago at this point, there was an exploit where you could wear full heavy on a horse.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you know about that.
Maybe I did see that.
Yeah.
There's always like little bugs and stuff that pops up with horses as well.
Yeah, dude, there's so many bugs. Like
I saw one in your recent video where you were like just running up and looting people's boxes because the turrets weren't shooting you and stuff. Like, how do they break that shit all the time?
2 weeks ago, you could just avoid turrets, including safe zone turrets.
Oh, including safe zone turrets.
Yeah, so we would be fighting people right outside of Outpost, like literally the safe zone border at Outpost, and like turrets wouldn't shoot us. And so the funniest thing happened was that, because a lot of the time the servers that I play, there's a lot of other horse people on there because they recognize me, and it turns out that I usually play the same servers as a lot of other horse people. So there was like a horse team that I was fighting, and they were fighting right outside of Outpost, and I was also fighting them on a horse, right? So there was like legit 8 horses, armored horses around Outpost shooting each other, but like while they were medding, they would go back into the safe zone to med because it was safe. And then when we were fighting, we would go back out of the safe zone and keep fighting. It was like the wildest thing I'd ever seen. It was like, is this even Rust? It was crazy. What?
But yeah, I don't know how they keep managing to break it. Like, what are they changing about horses that breaks it, you know?
There's a lot of bugs with horses. I don't know who programmed horses. I mean, I like the concept. Of course, I love horses, but there's a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
You die to like random bugs like cactuses and shit all the fucking time.
Well, I mean, it was, I don't even know how long ago it would have been when they started making it so that like if you run into things, you like get thrown off the horse and stuff. That would have been a bit of a nerf to you.
I remember that exact force. That was the primitive update, I think, when they changed the way horses moved like that. And I remember the first couple days when I was playing it. I was actually playing with OG Horse Game, believe it or not. But I was playing with them, and I was like telling them, "Nah, guys, I think it's over. I think the horse meta is over, guys. I don't think it's doable anymore." But then, you know, I kept doing it for a couple of weeks, and I realized that the skill ceiling for using horses was even higher than it was before.
Yeah.
So at the start, using a horse, like for example, look at this. Jump off the horse.
Nope.
That's an example of what happens when you just run into a pole like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it used to just stop you instantly, like abruptly.
Yeah. So back then I was like, this is so hard. I'm not going to get used to this. Like I can't PvP anymore on this. But after a couple of weeks, you know, I started learning how to do it. I started learning how to control a horse. I started learning, you know, all the new, because there was a lot of new controls that were added. Like for example, this.
Oh yeah, the like drifting thing basically.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other little tricks and shit like that. Like, for example, you used to not be able to go down a cliff at all. Like, it wouldn't be possible, right? But watch me here. Like, I can go down a cliff like this with relative ease, like I just did. The only problem is that if you're not pressing the controls that you should be pressing, then you're going to fall off the horse and maybe die like we just did earlier.
Yeah, so it's way more skill to it as opposed to just like
Yeah.
guns blazing, running into a fight,
Yeah.
shooting someone, getting out, sort of thing. There's a mini copter coming towards us.
Ooh. Are you really? Where?
From cargo. Wait, did they land on? Oh, they're getting shot by Sams.
Wait, hold
They
on.
just blew up. They
Okay.
just blew up.
Really?
Yeah, straight southeast.
I got to turn on audio. My audio was off. No way, seriously?
Yeah, it's like in the water basically.
Like in the water or by the beach?
I heard the mini blow up, like in the water.
You know, a lot of people, they really don't like how I play Rust. They really don't like this use of horses.
Which is wild because, like, if it's in the game, then, I mean, I guess you can say that about anything. Like, people don't like roof campers, and that's in the game, and you can do that, so...
Yeah, but there's no way you can compare it. Like, it was funny because I know, like, there are some YouTubers that really don't like this.
I mean, people might not like it because, like, they associate it with horse gang, which was literally indestructible back in the day, which it's not anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not even that. It's just like, if you run across a team doing this, and the team that's doing this is very skilled at doing it, it's going to be very hard to fight against. So it's like, it can be hard to fight against if the players that are doing it are like experienced and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's why I mean the skill ceiling is so high, because when you've done this for a while and you know what you're doing, it's like pretty insane how good you can be.
Yeah. But that's just anything, though. Like, you can be just good at shooting an AK, you know? I mean, well, back in the day, more so when they old recoil and stuff, obviously. But, like, you can be good at any particular meta. Just because you're getting killed by it doesn't mean it's a bad thing in the game, you know?
Another thing is, like, everything on a horse is a little bit harder. Like, consider the fact that you have, when you're shooting on a horse, that is stand-up spray recoil, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's as if you're standing up. At the same time, the horse is moving, right? The horse is moving up and down, sideways, whatever the fuck. That's an extra thing to consider. And at the same time, you have to make sure that your horse is not, like, hitting an obstacle or whatever. So you're controlling your horse. At the same time, you're doing stand-up recoil on a moving target. Right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of things that you got to be good at.
Yeah, I guess the like point of the meta is as well that you can't really like get off the horse because you're actually abusing the fact that, well, not abusing, but you're using the fact that the 50% extra damage reduction or whatever it is from the horse armor, right?
Yeah.
So you can't just jump off the horse and start shooting. I mean, you can. I'm sure you do at times, like need to jump off, but
That's the one thing. Like when people always ask me, you know, people ask me in my chat, like, what's the number? What's the tip you would give like somebody starting to use horses? Is that resist the urge to jump off the horse.
yeah, I guess because you last longer than you'd think you would.
Yeah.
Because you're not used to taking that much damage.
Like the two things that are most important when using the horse, it's how fast you are, like mobility, being able to, like when you're shooting a group. Let's say you jump off the horse, you shoot a group like 100 meters away. Maybe you down one, maybe you make them low, whatever. Then you use the horse to go to the complete other side. They're not going to expect you at all to be on the complete other side, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean with the mobility. And then the second part is you can like tank way more damage, right? And in that way, you can kind of control the situation. You can control the PvP that you're doing. Like, when somebody shoots you, it is very hard to kill you unless they have, for example, AK, LMG, M2.
Or there's like 8 of them spraying at you.
Yeah, 8 of them spraying you. You can, in that way, control what's kind of happening. So let's say you don't like kill them on the first run. When you run straight at them and shoot them, maybe you don't kill them. That's fine. Some people, when they put somebody low on a horse, they jump off and try to finish the job. The problem is that 9 out of 10 times it's going to work. You're going to kill them. But sometimes you're going to jump off the horse and you're gonna die. So that's what I mean, resist the urge to jump off the horse. Because if you don't jump off the horse, you keep control of the situation. Because it's very unlikely that you die if you stay on the horse.
Once you're off the horse, you kind of like level the playing field again and you go back to just a normal 1v1, I guess.
The thing, like when you die using horses, you lose a lot more than just your kit.
True, yeah.
Because when you're using horse meta, you normally have as good of an armor as you can get because you want to maximize your protection, right? And you have a lot of meds because when you're roaming the map, you use tons of meds. And you usually have a backpack because you need to loot a lot while you're roaming. It's not just one kill, go home. It's usually a lot of kills and then you go home. You have a fast horse in most cases. You have horse armor, horseshoes. So it's a lot of things that you lose when you die. So that's why it's kind of important to take like every precaution you can, so...
Does the extra protection apply to like NPCs and turrets as well?
Yeah, I believe so. It's Yeah, I haven't like done a test, you know, but like from my experience, I think almost all NPC damage, yeah.
You gotta take a horse to oil rig.
No, I haven't actually. I should
I
though.
don't know if that's possible. Can you put them in the back of a scrappy and fly to oil?
Honestly, I haven't even tried it. Like people ask me probably daily, go take a horse to cargo or oil rig. But you know, I've never come around to actually doing it. I should.
I don't know how you'd go about oil rig, but I mean, a cargo, you could definitely like build a bridge or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
With the meta then, what's like the strategy of spawn? You go straight to ranch and buy a horse like every wipe?
Yeah, so every single wipe, the first thing I do is you know, of course, try to spawn next to ranch or barn, whatever, like, because a lot of the time I have to choose whether I'm going to focus barn or ranch. And some maps, they don't even spawn a barn or a ranch sometimes. Like if I check a map of a server and I know there's not a ranch or barn, I'm not playing the server.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm not playing the server. But I mean, sometimes it's an outpost, sometimes it's a ranch, sometimes it's barn. Whatever usually is closest to desert.
You like the desert?
Yeah, the desert is the best for horses, for sure.
Is that because it's like most open and stuff?
Yeah, it's flat, it's open. You can see players from far away. There's not as many things that you can hit. Just in general, it's way better for horses. So if I see ranch or barn and I see that barn is like next to desert, then I'll choose barn. And then when I've made that choice, that's when I try to get there as fast as I can from Spawn Beach. And when I get there, I start Boar Quest. And Boar Quest, it's really OP. It was actually buffed last Force.
This is another thing, like people don't use these quests as much as well, and they kind of like implemented them into the game and then kind of forgot about them a little bit.
Yeah, I know. It's so OP, bro. It's because this Force, they just buffed it.
Bradley.
So it used to be that you kill a boar and you get 100 scrap. Now they buffed it so you get 150 scrap and you get a basic orty. And this is just for killing one boar.
One boar? I thought it was 5.
One boar. No, it's one boar.
Wait, what?
That's crazy.
Dude,
Yeah,
I did not know that. Dude, I'm just gonna go do that and then buy a jackhammer from the water vendor or something and then
do it.
Dude,
I know,
what?
It's crazy. But and you know the best part is, so you can do that and then you can buy a horse, right? Because a horse and wipe start on wipe it costs 150 scrap. So you could just buy a horse immediately, right? And then if you have a spare 25 scrap, you can start treasure quest. And that's at the same quest provider at Ranch or Barn. And the treasure quest is really OP. Because there is a chance that you can get anything on the tier 2 tech tree. And I mean really anything.
What?
So you can get a rocket launcher, you can get Thompson, SAR, Python, and it's like a guaranteed really good comms, HQM, or like a gun or oil refinery or something. It's like really good. And it's 25 scrap only.
How often can you do these quests?
So Boar Quest, I think it's around 40 minutes. Same for Treasure.
Yeah, right.
It's around 40 minutes, depending on like how many people are doing it. Because you know, like those treasure quests, they spawn on the map. So there's like a physical limit on how many they can spawn.
Those little red crates.
So it's like between 40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, this is one of those things as, again, like people just don't use it because it's set in their ways of like playing Rust that they don't even think to try these different methods. Like even myself, like I didn't know these quests had such high reward, you know? I've never really investigated it either.
Well, the other thing is, you know, on a horse, you can get everywhere way faster. So let's say you're killing a boar or whatever, maybe it's a little bit further away from Ranch or Barn. You run straight to the boar, you kill it, you run back, get your scrap, and then your treasure, it might spawn like, you know, on a different monument. It might spawn at like launch site in Europe Barn, and it's like 10 grids away. You just take your horse and run there.
Yeah.
Super quick, super easy. And it's way better than doing it like on foot. And then you can just keep doing this. Like, for example, on wipe day, this is really huge. Because it's basically a guaranteed 150 scrap and this treasure crate, which is really OP, like every hour. So it's really OP and really underused.
Dude, especially now with the way scrap's changing as well.
Oh yeah.
Like scrap's gonna be less valuable, I guess, but on wipe, because they're wiping blueprints every wipe now, like that 150 scrap, even if you don't buy it for a horse, not everyone's going to be into horse meta, but 150 scrap is like big to off the beach, you know?
You know, I always tell people, like, I don't judge at all. I know that horse meta is not for everybody. Like, this is a way of playing the game that just doesn't suit everybody. Not everybody's going to like it. And everything that I do, like tips and tricks, you know, whatever, like using those boar quests, treasure quests, do them, like use them for whatever you want. You know, I don't blame anybody for not playing the way I want to play the game. The same way I don't blame people for farming or doing oil rig all wipe. You know, everybody can play the game they want and, you know, to each their own.
Do you actually want the method to be more popular though? Or are you happy that it's kind of niche?
Yeah, for sure. No, I do. I want it to be more popular.
Yeah.
Like one of the most exciting and fun ways to play is when I encounter other horse players, which actually happens quite often. When I run into somebody who's doing what I'm doing.
I don't know. I would be hesitant to want it to be more popular, I guess, maybe in your circumstance, because then it's like less niche, and then maybe it's, I don't know, people understand the meta more and can combat you better.
Like I was gonna say, like, this is what I mean. Horse meta is not unbalanced.
Yeah, true.
It is incredibly easy to kill a horse player if they're bad. If they don't know what they're doing, like for example, okay, mount to the other seat, go to the other seat of the horse, like, and then run at me, right? Run at me. Let's say you're gonna kill me. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. But you're running straight at me, and you're gonna shoot me, right?
Yeah.
If you're running straight at me like that, wearing horse armor, you're guaranteed dead.
Yeah, because you're just running a straight line.
Yeah, you're running in a straight line. You need to run sideways and shoot me, for example. Because if you're running sideways, okay, so what I'm doing here, and when I'm shooting you, I'm running sideways, right? Because this way, when I'm shooting you, you have to track me.
Yeah.
As I'm going sideways, right? And that's a lot harder. That is a lot harder than me just going straight at you.
For sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's like one of the examples of people who don't really know how to use horses usually play. They'll run straight fucking at you. And it's like, then they line up the headshots perfectly. So yeah, it might take 6 headshots, but like their head is straight at you. That's just one example, but there's a lot of other things that bad horse players do, which makes it really easy for you to kill them. And, you know, especially content-wise, you know, for videos and whatever, having somebody who's on a horse fight you while you're on a horse, that's good for content. Like, that's a good fight, you know? You know, like another horse guy fighting another horse guy. So I don't complain at all. You know, I love fighting other horses.
The thing is, like, if it became really popular, though, I reckon they would, like, nerf it in a way, even if it doesn't need nerfing.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Like, I'm with you. I don't think it's unbalanced because it does take the skill and it has that skill ceiling that you talk about. But, like, as soon as something becomes overpowered, people complain about it on Twitter, and then it gets nerfed the next month, you know? Not even overpowered, just because it gets overused.
I know. I understand that. But the thing is, like, I've had so many people seen me use this now. Like, I've shown this to so many people, so many viewers, whatever, and I still don't really see this being like mainstream.
Yeah.
And the reason is that it's honestly hard to use.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It's annoying to use.
It's hard to use, and it also has like a little bit of a barrier to entry where you have to go buy the horse armor, and people just don't play that way, where they want to beeline for the pixels in their boxes, you know? They don't want to spend a little bit of time investing in a different way to play, you know?
They don't have the patience, and they also don't have like people. They don't really are willing to die the first 10 times you do it. They want it to be OP the second you do it.
Yeah.
They don't realize that you have to like play at least 100 hours on a horse for you to actually be good at it.
Yeah.
When you have 100 hours on a horse, then you're gonna like be shitting on people. But those first 100 hours, you're gonna die most of the time. So I don't really think it's gonna get there. And either way, I mean, most updates, they're buffing horses. Like tomorrow is Force Swipe, right? And they are buffing tomorrow. For example, the fact that you can med horses. You can med horses tomorrow, which is gonna be extremely
like with a med syringe?
Huge. With a med syringe.
What? I didn't know that. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. One of the #1 things that are like difficult right now is that horses die really easily because horses take so much damage running into obstacles and when players shoot at you. This update tomorrow is going to be game changing for horse meta. I'm honestly so excited. It's going to be fucking insane. And they give a speed buff as well when you med the horse. So
oh dude, you could even just not even need to med it. You just give it a speed boost and get out of there or something, you know? That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm going to carry like 3 rows of meds on me.
Yeah,
I'm roaming.
I mean, that's another thing that you're investing time into, though. That means that if you do die, you've set back even further, though.
Yeah, true.
Were you like good at PvP, but like before using the horses? Obviously, you've mastered this horse meta. Were you like a good player before this anyway?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know that I'd probably play well, you know, without a horse. A lot of this, like I said, is skill, and turns out that if you're skilled on a horse, you're probably going to be okay on ground. You know, it's PvP at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's being able to jump off and wall when you need to, when you know control recoil and aim and decision making and all that. It is correlated highly, but I think that I've gotten a lot better over time as I've used horses. Because before I used I had like now 9,000 hours. I had 6,000 hours when I started using horses. And I had a laptop when I started using horses. So it's like a lot has changed. You know, I got a PC for the first time. I started YouTube. I started Twitch. I started playing Rust like a full-time job, even though it isn't.
Yeah. You've obviously now been making content for a while. Hey, Bradley, what the heck?
I don't know what he's doing at Outpost.
You've been making content for a bit now. Do you think that the content is, like, has the room to grow, even though it's such a niche thing? Because obviously it's quite niche of an idea and you do it every single time. Do you think that maybe hinders the ability for it to grow? Or do you think that's like, it's just a door not opened yet for a creator?
I've thought about that, but like at the same time I think about like, okay, let's say oil rats. I mean, a lot of the time, like he literally has it in his name. He likes oil rig, you know, like water monument, water PvP. Like at the end of the day, a lot of creators, they usually play wipe the same way.
Yeah.
A lot of, you know, YouTubers, they have the same plan for wipe. Okay, maybe they build a slightly different base. Maybe they're trying to control a slightly different monument in the same way I do. You know, I build maybe a slightly different base. You know, maybe I'm controlling launch site instead of excavator one wipe. You know, it's like, it's different. So it's just, I'm doing all the things everybody else is doing. I'm raiding, I'm taking patrol, I'm doing Bradley, also solo, but I'm just doing it while on a horse. That's like the only thing that's different. I'm just doing all of it while on a horse. So I don't think there's like that problem, and I don't think I've gotten to that like scale where it's sure it might be a problem once you've like reached, you know, a huge audience. Then at some point it's going to become repetitive, but I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah, no, I agree. I even interviewed like T-Guy Tom last week, and he's very much got his particular niche, and he makes it a variety of ways. He does his tea farms and stuff, and a lot of his is based on personality as well, which is a big thing, and being able to be entertaining as opposed to just the gameplay itself.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started making videos, it was more like a montage. It was just like clips of me killing people on horses. But what I realized was that the videos that would do better and what people actually liked seeing is like the more I talk, the better, right? So, you know, I bought a better mic. I started like narrating what I'm doing and like commentating what I'm doing more, you know? Yeah, so I just started talking more about what I'm doing, like when I'm actually recording. Because I realized that people, you know, they want to hear you talk, and, you know, people like your like hearing your personality and like your and voice and stuff like that. Because I realized I'm in like a unique position where I have a lot of factors that could make me have a chance at, you know, doing content successfully. I have, you know, I'm decent at the game. You know, I know how to play the game. I have a good PC to actually record and stream and, you know, edit the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know good English. I have a decent voice for talking the game, I think. Or
yes,
playing,
for sure.
Playing the game, whatever.
I don't know if you've gotten this before. You sound American, even though I know you're European.
Bro, I get this all the time, man.
But I assume that's because a lot of your English is because you've got it from watching American stuff, I guess.
Yeah, no, dude, I get this all the time, bro. All the time. People ask me like, "There's no way you're European." I mean, I've lived in America, but that's not why I sound like this. It's mostly just from like YouTube, you know, like, you know what, you watch stuff growing up.
It's quite common though, people adopt the accent and stuff. Where are you from in Europe?
Sweden.
Sweden, oh yeah. So if you were playing on a laptop only a few years ago, when did you actually start playing Rust in general then?
2018.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm actually quite young. A lot of people don't think I am. I'm 20 years old. So what, 2018, I must have been 13. Yeah, 13 years old.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, I'm 23, so...
Okay, yeah, you're quite young as well. Yeah, I wasn't really taking the game seriously. Like, a lot of people, they ask me, like, oh, what do you prefer, old or new recoil? I'm like, bro, I really started taking this game seriously after new recoil.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't really have any recoil control before.
Yeah. Because you've only been making videos for what? Like, your oldest video on your channel is a year old. Is that another...
Oh shit, there's
dude,
fucking Bradley here. Hold it. Hop on.
I jumped off. I did the thing you're not supposed to do.
We're chilling.
Wait, there's more than one Bradley?
Yeah, there's a lot of them, you know, end of wipe.
What? I thought there was only one on the map.
No, they spawn everywhere, end of wipe.
Because is your first video that you ever made that one that says a year ago, the oldest one on your channel? Have you unlisted videos before?
I do have some private videos, but they're not much older. They're like 2 months older than that. Just like videos, it was like the first time I ever edited a video, so like I privated it because I thought it was bad.
So you haven't been making videos for that long, and like the videos are obviously good and getting traction.
Yeah.
Is there big long-term plans for the channel, or are you just going to keep going and doing what you're doing now and see what works, see what you can grow with and sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think there's a lot of room to grow with the horse stuff. Like, I think that horse meta is severely, like I said, underused. I mean, there's a lot of space for it to grow. Like, it's the same way I look at T-Guy Tom, man. Like, he has videos that reach like 300,000 views or something, you know, like quarter million views. Like that's the kind of like reach that I think horses could have. The same that T-Guy Tom has. You know, he's doing teas, I'm doing horses. What's that different about it? You know, sure, I mean, it's very different, but I mean, like, it's a very niche thing inside a niche. So it's like, at the end of the day, I think that horsing has a lot of room to grow. Okay, if we reach like a very large audience, then sure, I'd be interested in like venturing out into other stuff. But I've also done videos on other stuff. I've done videos on Attack Kelly. Gaming.
Fuck
solo
that shit.
Attack Kelly gaming.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I understand that, okay, that's probably a little bit broken. Yeah, I wouldn't really mind if they nerfed Attack Kelly, but
I know that we said it before, like, and you even thought they might be nerfing it to the point that you might not be able to use it before when they made it so the horses like run into things and drop over and stuff. What happens if they do nerf it to a point that you can't use it anymore? Do you like pivot and try more different types of content? Like, what's the plan then? Do you have a plan?
yeah, I mean, I've thought about that. Like, if they, for example, let's say they completely remove horse armor, or they nerf it to the point where it's unusable, then I'd probably just keep using horses, but in a different way. Like, I'd use horses to get around the map. I'd use horses to travel, but instead of staying on the horse when I get in a fight, I'd jump off.
Yeah.
That's probably what I do. You know, who knows? Maybe it goes better. Maybe it goes worse.
You'd at least keep trying it for a bit to see if it could still work as a thing.
I think that in the end, I'll probably be one of those channels where I'm all about, like, you know, using metas, using strategies.
Yeah.
You know, let's say maybe I do use like a motorbike wipe, you know?
Yeah, true.
Fucking go motorbike and pull on full heavy as soon as I rock up next to somebody. You know, minis, obviously, trains, all sorts of vehicles, really, cars, campers. That's probably going to be my thing in the end.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess that's good foresight at least, because I don't think that there's any reason to nerf it, and I don't think they have any intentions of nerfing it, but it's one of those things where if you put all your eggs in the basket.
They keep buffing it, bro. Honestly, they keep buffing it, so...
Yeah, maybe they'll buff it so much that they go too far and then they just nuke the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know, because they're not directly buffing it. They're not, like, increasing the protection of horse armor.
Yeah.
They're, like, slightly buffing it here and there. Like, they increased the speed of horses a couple months ago. They reduced the speed reduction from horse armor. For example, they're making it so you can meta horses tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, like, small buffs here and there, and it's not directly buffing horse meta. It's just sort of, like, secondary buffs, I guess.
Is there anything that you would want changed about the meta that you think could, like, not necessarily balance it out more, or...
There's, like, one thing I want, and that's all I care about. I think that horse meta could use a buff. I don't think it's the other way around. I don't think that it could be nerfed. I think it could use a buff. And I think that is all the glitches with horses where you just die randomly.
Yes, yeah.
Where you run into, like, a cactus, and you just die.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, that's frustrating for someone who doesn't use horses all the time. I can't imagine what it'd be like for you. Holy shit.
Bro, I'm playing solo a lot of the time, right? So I don't have like a duo to cover my body. I'm like fucking insanely loaded, and I run into a cactus and get stuck on the cactus, and I just insta die.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing I would ask for the developers to fix. Everything else is fine, you know?
There's no, like, tweaks or, like, changes you would want to see?
More inventory space.
Oh, really? More inventory
Yeah,
space?
dude, I'm always full fucking inventory, man.
Yeah, we're not all that good, though. You know, we don't all have that problem.
It's just using horses, man. Using horses, you get so loaded.
Isn't there, like, a saddle or, like, a bag thing you can put on the horse to give you more space?
There is, but the problem is that when you do that, you can't put on and off horse armor quickly.
Oh.
You have to hold down E. You have to hold down E and then select the horse armor, which is a little bit annoying.
Why do you want to put it on and off quickly? I thought it just stayed on.
No. I always take on my horse armor and off when I'm roaming. Like, I never keep it on the whole time, because using horse armor...
Oh, because the speed.
Yeah, significantly reduces your speed and also increases the use of stamina. So let's say you're, like, traveling across the map. I would only put it on when I'm getting into a fight, or when I'm in an area where I would expect to be shot. So when I'm coming back to base, I have the horse armor on. When I'm visiting a recycler, checking like supermarket recycler, I always put it on just to be safe. So I keep on taking it on and off. And in some cases, you know, you need to be ready to put that horse armor on in like 0.1 second.
Yeah.
Because, like, imagine the reaction time of me having to put that armor on when I see a fucking Thompson player right in front of me in a bush next to the road. Because, like, some people, you know, they jump off the wall or shoot the player. I'm on the horse. I'm not jumping off. So I need to put on that armor like as fucking fast as I can.
That's just another thing as well. It's like the skill ceiling and the way to play the horses. Like people just don't know that naturally from jumping on a horse. But after spending that many hours doing it, you know how to do that sort of thing. And you know what you need to do at certain times.
Yeah, so I mean, I have muscle memory now to the point where I can equip that horse armor and dequip it like insanely fast, like milliseconds. Really, I can equip that armor. I mean, I get people asking me in my YouTube comments and my Twitch chat, like, do you have like a macro or like a keybind to put on that horse armor? Like, how are you doing it so fast? And I have it in like the same slot in my inventory every single time I play, you know, to get that muscle memory working.
How much does the horse armor cost at the ranch? Or can you not buy it at the ranch?
So on wipe, because obviously it's dynamic pricing, right? So on wipe it's 200 scrap.
That's kind of steep. I can see why it'd be like painful if you lose it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, you can research it.
Yeah, obviously research and
So,
craft it.
If you get tier 2, it's like chilling. The new BP frag update, it's a little bit trickier.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Is that like been hard as a solo?
I think it's positive. No, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think the general consensus is it's a good thing.
I think that people just they want it to be easy. They want it to be easy, and I think this is a good balance right now.
Yeah, I agree for sure. I'm glad they're also making it so blueprints wipe every wipe.
I agree. I think it should wipe every weekly wipe, not only monthly.
Is that not the case? I thought it was every map wipe they were going to wipe.
No, it's every month. Like they're only forcing it every month.
Do you try and like have an upload schedule, or do you kind of just upload when you get content?
I mean, I gotta say, you know, I liked what like with Tom, you know, he was talking a lot about like our content creation as like a mental health, you know, with mental health and Rust and content creation. I liked what him talking about that. I've had similar experiences, you know, of Rust. That I feel like it can be a sort of escape, both positive and negative. You know, you can use Rust in a negative way to escape from like your actual life. And it can also be, you know, positive that you can, especially with content, you know, you start doing YouTube, you know, you're actually working hard towards something that has very obvious results, good or bad. You know, you can see on a screen your exact sort of not reward, but like results of your hard work, right? Because it's a lot of hard work. You know, a lot of people, I'm sure your viewers, some people don't really understand how hard it is to make a video.
For sure.
Like how much effort and time. And like not only recording, like the recording is the easy part.
Oh yeah, the recording is definitely the easy part. Yes.
You explain to people that you're doing YouTube or whatever, and they're like, oh, so you just like play video games for a living? And you're like, no, not really.
Yeah.
That's not all of it. There's a lot of other things to it. And, you know, editing can be really exhausting, but it can also be rewarding. Like what I said about mental health, like it can be, I don't know, it can help you with mental health. If you really put effort into it and then you get results, it's like, I don't know, it can be good.
Do you sometimes struggle to get content as well with the way you record? Like, is there times when you have wipes where it's just like, oh, you got to bin that because it just didn't work out or something, or is it pretty consistent?
I play way more than I need to. I have way more content that I need. So a lot of the time I'm just playing because I want to.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm just playing.
You haven't got to the point yet where you don't want to play Rust unless you're making a video. You'll get there, bro.
It's like I still love playing the game, and like I love playing the game more than I love making videos. So it's hard sometimes, you know, when there's a wipe happening in a couple of hours and you're like, fuck, should I edit a video or should I play wipe? And especially with the streaming, dude. It's like I'm streaming, you know, it's a lot of fun streaming, especially when the stream's going well.
Yeah. What's your viewers average at the moment for stream?
It's been going good. It's like 75 right now, average.
That's really good, dude. I've been focusing less on streaming recently myself, but like I always love streaming. It's just, it takes so much time, and right now, like I need to invest more time into other things as opposed to streaming, and it's finding that balance is sometimes hard as well. I mean, at the moment you're saying like you've got too much content, which is a nice position to be in, I guess.
Like I have so much footage that I keep deleting because I keep getting a good wipe. I keep getting another good wipe, and I'm like, oh, do I delete this footage or do I, you know, to get space for the new footage? So, and it's like I've tried hiring editors, but it never really gets as nice or good as I want it to be.
Yeah.
What are your plans for yourself then on content? You just gonna be focusing on yarn?
I don't know. It's kind of something that I'm weighing up at the moment. My main channel is not doing that well, and like the thing with that is like the fact that it's not doing that well, like it does have an impact because obviously I don't make as much money, and this is my job at this point. So I don't know. I got to find something on there to revive it a little bit and do something different on there. And if it doesn't come back, maybe look at another niche or another game potentially and start doing different content.
Another game?
Yeah, I've weighed up the idea of doing a different game. I don't know what. That's kind of what I got to figure out, like a different niche entirely to Rust and start a new channel. I've kind of thought about doing that for a long time now, but just never really pulled the trigger. Like, I would love if, like, this channel, the Yexom Yarn, was kind of, you know, just, like, consistently putting out Rust content that maybe not, like, actual Rust gameplay, but this sort of thing. Like, I like doing this sort of stuff, so if I could stay in the Rust niche with this sort of thing and put out content on this, that'd be great, and then maybe have another channel doing other stuff. I don't know, I need to come to that decision at some point and try some different things. We'll see what the future looks like. I really don't know what it's going to be like, so we'll see.
Yeah, man. Dude, let me know if you want to do a horse swipe.
Dude, we should. I was thinking that earlier. I was like, damn, we should fucking do a horse swipe for sure.
Be good content.
Yeah, dude, I'd be keen for sure.
The only problem is, you know, I have a lot of AU friends who want to play as well, but you know, the ping is a big issue.
Yeah, it's so painful. EU servers are like 350 ping usually. It sucks.
Yeah, and the other thing is that on a horse, ping is way big of a deal, you know?
Yeah.
Because like horses are way more sensitive to lag.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. It's so fucking painful sometimes when I play US servers like exclusively basically, and like horses for me are so much more painful, like getting thrown off it and stuff all the time because of the ping, and you can't like react quick enough to adjust yourself.
Oh yeah. Oh, we get a shot.
No way.
Are you alive? Are you alive?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna get on horse.
Show me how it's done. I'm not gonna shoot him. You show me how it's done.
All right. Oh, I'm low. I'm fine though. I'm fine.
Live horse demonstration.
He's dead. Now you know about horses.
Yeah, now I know about horses.
You should try using them, man.
Yeah, I actually will, dude. Like, this is...
Try using it at least once, you know, it can't hurt. Before people talk, you know, either down, like bad or good about it, just try using it yourself. You know, then you'll see what I mean, that it can be hard to use, and it can also be a lot of fun.
Definitely worth trying.
You know, when they added horse armor into the game, you know what they said in the dev blog? Mounted riders should be something to be feared, not just mounted ducks. That is the whole message, bro. That is what we're about. Yeah, man. You know, so many people, like, they comment and they're like, dude, I love watching you, but I would hate to play against you
I mean,
on
that's
my
fair.
server.
Well, then those people should be using it if they would hate to be playing against it.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's why I say, like, people who talk down about it or talk bad about it, if you can't beat them, join them.
But also those people who talk shit about it, I reckon two things. I think they probably haven't tried it themselves, and they probably don't realize how much skill it actually takes. But also, I think they probably associate it too much with, like, how horse game was and how horse going was broken, and like they don't really, like, they equate it too much, and it's not actually the same thing.
They don't understand that being able to tank more damage doesn't necessarily mean advantage. Of course, it's an advantage in this case, but on a horse, you are way easier to predict, like, the movement, like, that you're going. Like, when you're shooting or when you're moving on ground, you can be like zigzagging, you know, strafing, you know, all that shit, like, harder to predict the movement. But on a horse, the horse isn't going to just immediately move sideways.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's easier
or
to predict
crouch,
where
or
the horse,
anything like that. Yeah.
And then also, it's like, you're way more visible. Like, you can't be full crouched in a bush on a horse.
Yeah.
Like, everybody sees you, and then everybody targets you as well. When you're on a horse, everybody just starts shooting the horse.
All right, well, it was a pleasure talking to you as well, dude.
All right, it was great talking to you, man. Have a good one, dude.
See you, bro.